The Wuhan Coronavirus has reignited the debate of science versus religion. Thousands of doctors are risking their lives in battling this outbreak. And religious commentators are at a loss of words on how to define their mission. The 24,000 lives this virus has claimed have left their followers with questions. Questions like, where is God during a pandemic? Questions about the need for religious observances, communal worship in times like these. Naturally, religious practices of millions of people are undergoing profound changes, from the Vatican to the Mecca. The most sacred religious sites in the world are shut. Mosques, churches, temples, synagogues across the world, most of them lie abandoned. And yet, for some people, communal worship is still hard to resist. Take the example of Brazil. The country's president, Jair Bolsonaro, has given in to the church and decreed that places of worship are essential services. For all his promises of aggressive containment measures, President Bolsonaro has exempted churches from coronavirus confinement orders. In fact, his decree permits religious activities of any kind in Brazil. And this is happening in a country which has recorded close to 3,000 cases, 77 deaths due to the Wuhan coronavirus. Pakistan is worse. Hardline clerics in Pakistan are still being allowed to summon their followers to mosques. Calls for prayer are still being made. The Imran Khan government will not ban Friday prayers. In fact, 2 weeks back, a religious congregation with, believe it or not, 50,000 people in attendance took place in Lahore. This was on the 11th of March. Pakistan was witnessing a surge in coronavirus cases then. And yet, the Rawalpindi Tablighi Ijtima, I think that's what it's called, a religious congregation was allowed to take place in Lahore. There were delegations from more than 90 countries. The result was this: 2 Palestinian nationals tested positive for the virus upon returning home. So did some participants from Malaysia. At least 7 Pakistani citizens tested positive. The area where this congregation took place is now under a lockdown, and the Pakistan government is struggling to trace those who attended. 50,000. Good luck with that. Let me remind you that this is not the case in India. Friday prayers across all Muslim sects stand suspended in India. Even the most faithful are following the government's decision of a complete nationwide lockdown. Clerics have unanimously decided to give importance to human life. But not in Pakistan. The Pakistan government does not wish to upset the hardline ulemas. More than 1,200 cases and 9 deaths, and yet Pakistan has not stopped public prayers. The Imran Khan government fears that restricting religious gatherings will lead to a backlash, not by the people, but by those they follow. Pakistani leaders depend on hardline clerics for political gains. Lockdowns and curfew mean bad business for them. It's a backlash by the clerics, which the Pakistan government fears. For those of you who are still stepping out of their homes to worship, I want to say this: even God helps those who help themselves. Put reason over religion and rituals for once.